Hello everybody, my name is Shoradik Zahradinov and I'm from Central Asia, country named Uzbekistan. It's located and surrounded by picturesque mountains and it's in the middle of the Central Asia. So my hometown is Fergana Valley. It's named Andijan City, where it's on the eastern part of my country. It's really beautiful and full of the nature and mountains, a lot more cultural and farming lands that I can say about my hometown. And about my family, I was born and raised in like an ordinary family, not quite big house or not quite big a lot more activities, but still it was full of fun. Because my country and my society is more or less really good at socializing, keep in touch with neighbors and so on. So if I'm talking about my favorite subject is about math and coding. So I prefer to keep it some kind of like a tricky mathematical equations on my pocket or to solve it whenever I have a time. So it keeps my mind fresh and sharp. About coding, this is just my hobby, and I wanted to solve the real world problems. So currently I'm studying about the AWS, cloud engineering, and so on to become like a professional in my fields, especially in the field of the DevOps. So if I'm talking about extracurricular activities, I prefer to be active in sport like a swimming or participating to the gym to keep it fit. Swimming, I have been participating with swimming over the last 10 years. And it really gives me fun and enjoy whenever I feel a bit anxious or not feel quite good. I prefer just simply go and participate a bit more. So most of the time I wanted to read something about the science and technology or something about the religious things. So but at the same time I prefer to watch the movies like the scientific movies or a bit creative ones. Let's move on to the goals. So I can see myself next 2 years after graduation. It's probably gonna be in the West Coast, California, to start some kind of real world internships or offers from tech companies like Fang, EPAM, the Deloitte companies or such as that. So I see myself in the field of DevOps after a couple of years after the graduation. So if I'm talking about a little longer, like 10 years, so I would probably say that I will be back to my country and to run the business. And I'm thinking about to run the business for outsourced companies, become like outsourced company, how it works. The knowledge and experience which I gained here in the States, I probably would use when I'm back to my country. How? To run my company and to get a contract from the other part of the world, and to implement the workspace in my country for my country people. So in this case we're gonna have like really good opportunities, like we're gonna stay somewhere cheaper and we work for somewhere really good money. So this is something good. And if I'm talking about the fun facts, right after my graduation it becomes like a pandemic and lockdown, so it was a bit tricky I think for everybody else. That time I was also DevOps engineer in the private company in my country, but that time we expected to stop working, but finally they let us to work from home nothing changing, just simply work from home. So we still keep in touch with business and our employees and our customers, like as we did before, as we did like normally, but not on the face-to-face. We just simply calls, video meetings, and all the time asking about how it's going on. So I thought the pandemic might help us to have a rest, but it's not. So this is what it is. And thank you for your time and for your patience. Thank you as well. It was my pleasure. It's my pleasure to be in one subject with you guys and in this university and at this time of the year. It's really my pleasure. Thank you. Have a good day.